Salut, comment ça va? Welcome back everybody to the CF Montreal career mode as we take the French Canadian side and put them into the second division of French football. We kick things off today with an away game against Troyes, a very, very good result on the road. Antunes was the one to get the goal scoring started here. He has had a very good start to his career at Montreal. We've currently christened him the Belgian Zidane. He wears number 5. He plays in a similar position. Can he go on to have a similar career? Let's hope so. But that was a very, very good finish there to give us the lead in this game. Not an awful lot happened actually up until we got the second goal, which for some reason is not popping up here. Let's back out of that and go back into it. I can't believe they still haven't fixed these small glitches. It's really, really annoying. But Maurice Richard, the man who loves scoring goals for Montreal, now doing it in a different sport. He got the second goal of the game. A beautiful finish from Maurice Rocket Richard. That was 2-0. He was also involved in the third goal. Brilliant pass here into Siddiqui, and this was goal number 3 here on the road. It was getting a bit too easy at this stage, so I made a few changes, and our young new striker from the Youth Academy, Neil Potier, scored his first goal for the club. Richard, again, heavily involved. Beautiful finish. 4-0 win to kick things off. Easy for me to say. Perfect start to the episode. So up next is a home game against Rodez. I did sim a home game in the last episode, made a few changes, and it didn't quite go our way. But I want to give it another go. I really want to see, is quick simming broken after that new update? I've seen so many people say it. And as I said, we've only simmed one game so far. And despite the fact it didn't go our way, I'm going to risk it for a biscuit and do it again. Can we get the 3 points this time? Yes, we can. Ironically, by the same scoreline that we lost to in the last sim game, 3-1. Maurice Richard and Antunes on the score sheet. Another victory here in this episode. Brilliant stuff. Unfortunately, defeat in the next game here as we took on Laval. Our goalkeeper from Laval in Quebec was unable to keep out the shot from Laval in France. Kamara with the only goal of the game. Richard missed quite a decent chance a few minutes later. But other than that, we didn't really have an awful lot in this game. Probably should have finished that there, to be fair. But the first defeat of the episode and the second defeat of the season. Very disappointing. It's a win for us though, thankfully, in the next game, and a man who had somehow gone 3 games without a goal finally gets off the mark in this episode. Esteban LEPAUL, our new talisman, gets the only goal of the game here against Red Star, back to winning ways, and LEPAUL back on the score sheet. The way things should be. And in some more good news, we have now been able to sign up a few more academy players. We weren't able to do it in the last episode. We didn't have the funds, but I released some of the lower rated players in the academy. It gave us some more money to mess around with, and we were able to promote, or at least call up, I should say, some of the players from the academy that had been scouted. This guy here, Enzo Carpentier, however you say it, he looks like he will be an absolutely fantastic player. Our midfield is quite good at the moment. Saliba and Siddiqui are having a very good partnership, I should say, at the moment. But Enzo Carpentier gives us yet another option, so I am actually going to promote him straight to the senior team. EA Guingamp were the next opponent and the next victim here of the Montreal takeover of France. Summers got the opening goal of the game, hoping his stats improve just a little bit more. Hasn't been as involved as I would like, but he did have quite a good performance in this game, and that was a very good finish from the Belgian winger. But the man who stole the show, as per usual, was Esteban LEPAUL. Look at this for a strike. Great run, just outside the box. Smacks it past the goalkeeper, and we were 2-0 up going into the half-time break. It was plain sailing from here, really. It was all Montreal, and then LEPAUL put the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake. Rounds the keeper here. No, he doesn't. That's the next goal. I got a bit too ahead of myself there. He smacks that one past the keeper, but then, a matter of moments later, he rounds the keeper, gets his hat-trick. He has been absolutely elite for us since joining. 4-0 win here, and now we move on into another away game. A game here against a team that, I'm not going to lie, I did not check the pronunciation of, so I'm not going to check. They get this bloody poxy goal here first. Sami Zayn makes a very good save, comes right back out to one of the opposition players, and he basically had an empty net to aim at. Sami Zayn, in fairness, was in a bit of an awkward position there. Don't think he really could have done too much there. Maybe he could have saved it, I don't know, but still, I'm not going to blame him too much after making the initial save. Now, something I didn't tell you about Sami Zayn is that he is a bit of a set-piece specialist, so we got a penalty, and he was the one who dispatched it. Our goalkeeper is off the mark. I told you, he has a haluva kick, and he proved it there by burying that ball into the top corner. Brilliant spot kick from the underdog, from the underground. But then with 2 minutes left, they gave him this highlight here, clean through. There was absolutely nothing I could do about it. Tried to bring the keeper out, to no avail. We lose this game 2-1 in very frustrating circumstances. So up next, it's our first cup game of the series, so I wanted to use this opportunity to give some players who haven't played an awful lot of football a chance to state their claim in the team. So we've kept Zayn between the sticks, but Waterman and Joubert both come back into the defence. Petrasso, the Canadian winger, out on the right. Marshall Ruddy out on the left. I'm going to give Potier his first start. LEPAUL can be on the bench. St. Pierre and Antoun stay in the team. So a bit of a mix of players who've played every game basically, and some players who are in the reserve. So very interested to see how this goes. First full game we play in this episode, the first of two. I know I only did one game in the last episode. I do apologise for that as well, lads. Still feeling a little bit under the weather. It's really not been a great time in terms of my health in the last few weeks, but I'm going to soldier on through. We'll get through two games, and I was really intrigued in this game to see how some of these fringe players get on, especially this guy here, Carpenter. I've given him the number 7 shirt for now. Well, I say I gave it to him. The game automatically gave it to him. But I was like, you know what? Let's give him a chance. Let's see how he gets on. Number 7, of course, an iconic shirt number at a lot of clubs. And can we make it an iconic number here at CF Montreal? Here's GSP. Oof. Good tackle there by the defender. But I've enjoyed this series so far, lads. It's really, really cool to be playing with a team that I've literally never used before in a league that I've had very, very little experience with over the years in FIFA. As Kevin Owens looks to get stuck in here. Oh, tries could be in. Oh, good save by Sami Zayn. I tell you what, lads, he is really coming good in between the sticks. He really, really is. Here's Antunes now. Into Potier. Replacing LEPAUL for this game. But he is on the bench, our talisman, in case we need him. GSP. Oh, just a bit too slow to react. Waterman with the header. Oh, he's done really well to intercept that. And now Petrasso. Because what I've liked about the French league is you basically only play one game a week. So we haven't had to rotate too much because the team has been fully fit. But for the cup games, I did want to try out some players who haven't played as much so far. Here's GSP, a player who has played every game. But I'm still trying to get those numbers up for the captain. He's forced a good save out of the goalkeeper there. Toe Blake's tie keeps switching colour, and it's really, really annoying. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Another glitch that EA have decided not to fix, as Siddiqui won that header. He scored quite a few beauties so far this season. That was nearly another one there. Oh, it's actually really close as well. I don't think the initial camera angle did it justice. But it did just beat the post. But I am hoping to have Season 1 wrapped up within the next week or so. Oh, let me just hold that thought for a second. So they could be in here. They are. And it's a good save by Sami Zayn. Because I do want to get into Ligue 1 as soon as possible. That's obviously when this career mode is really going to take on the real challenge, I should say. So far, the second division hasn't been too complicated. We've had one or two awkward results. But overall, we have been absolutely killing it. And here is GSP now. He's desperate for a goal. Oh, he's done really well. GSP. It's another good save by the goalkeeper. Siddiqui. He can hit them. Oh, and it was a good block. But we still have it. Antunes wasn't able to get there. Joubert looks for the header but can't get there. Is Kante. Not N'Golo. Thank God. Oh, what a ball that is. That's a really good ball. That should have been 1-0. How has he missed that? Troyes will be kicking themselves there. Or Troye. Again, there's certain teams I have not looked up the pronunciation of. I've definitely overestimated how good my French is at times. But we're still level. 0-0. Both teams have had big chances. But I'm not going to panic. Listen, we have a lot of firepower we can bring off the bench if needs be. But I'm not going to make any changes just yet, not even at half-time. Still want to give these lads a chance. Here's GSP again. Now Marshall Ruddy. Antunes. Potier. The young striker. Oh, it's another good save by the keeper. Bloody hell, both goalkeepers having a blinder at the moment. And now they look to go on the attack again. Is Saeed. Into Ripar. Oh, he's done. I think that was Owens. Or no, it was Waterman, I think. Oh, and Sami Zayn lets one in. That's so bloody frustrating. Oh, my God. They've absolutely done my defence. And right on the stroke of half-time, we go 1-0 down. Super frustrating. That's a really, really annoying time to concede a goal. I have to see this again. Oh, it's not going to show me. I wanted to see, was it Owens or Waterman that got done there. But regardless, our defence and our goalkeeper both got done. And we are 1-0 down. Well, I don't want to be getting knocked out of the cup straight away. I'd like to go on a bit of a cup run. And I'd like to play some teams from Ligue 1. I'd love to get a PSG or a Monaco eventually here in the Coupe de France. But are we going to get a chance to equalise here before the half-time break? Oh, I've overplayed that. And that should be half-time. It is 1-0 down here in the cup. Although it was a bit of an even game, I would actually argue we probably had the better of the chances right up until they scored. But we are the ones who trail at the break thanks to Chevalier. I need to stop pronouncing names I don't know how to say. You know what? Marshall Ruddy is absolutely knackered, so I am going to make the change. But I'm going to bring on Maurice Richard. I'm going to try him out on the left. Why not? It's not the position I would normally use him in. I do prefer him off the right, whether it's as a right midfielder or as an attacking midfielder. But I'm going to give him a go off the left, see how he gets on. I'm not going to bring on anybody else just yet. And what I like about the Cups as well is that you get to put more players on the bench, which is good to see. I'm really hoping in Ligue 1 that's the case as well. It's the only annoying thing about the French second division, is that it only allows you to put a certain amount of players on the bench. Excuse me. But can we get a quick equaliser here in the second half? Well, looks like they're going to be the ones to create the first chance here. They are. Sami Zayn with the good save. Owens out to Petrasso. Very, very lucky to still only be 1 goal down. Let's make sure that we can capitalise on that brilliant save. Oh, why did he stop the run? Why did he stop the run? It's a terrible ball. Oh, I'll tell you what, LEPAUL, he better be getting warmed up. I think it might be time for him to come on the next time the ball goes out of play. We've held on for long enough without him. I think we need a bit more firepower at attack. That's a really good tackle there. Here's GSP. Over to Petrasso. It would be great if we could get an equaliser before he comes on. Here's Potier. He still has time on his side. I'm not going to panic just yet. He's actually done quite well anytime I have brought him on. Petrasso now. Oh, it's a good block by the defender. And I hate this. I want to make a change. I know the ball is going to take fucking forever to go out of play. Oh my God, GSP, what are you doing? Well, let's try and not concede a second before we make these changes. Clock is running down. A bit too quick for my liking. Potier. Oh, he's going to be offside. He's fucking offside. Oh, time to run better, lad. Oh, right. Sadiki's a wee bit tired as well, but I'm probably going to keep him on for now. But LEPAUL has to make his way onto the pitch. And you know what? Let's bring on Summers as well. Let's make a couple of changes. Let's go as strong as possible. As my phone decides to ring now, I'll ring them back later. It's important cup business to be had now. But our talisman is on the pitch. We've got a new midfielder on as well. A new winger, I should say, on as well. Can it make a difference? Here's Jaubert. Oh, he loses the ball straight away. I'd be really disappointed to get knocked out of the cup this soon. I really would be. Owens with the good interception there. Here's GSP. And now LEPAUL. Back to George St. Pierre. Richard didn't make the run like I thought he would. And then he gives it away, but it goes out for a throw in. 20 minutes to go. GSP. Carpenter. LEPAUL. Antunes. Go on, lad. Get in there. Brilliant equaliser from Antunes. 20 minutes to go. Montreal back on level terms. And I'm being rang again. So I better take this call and come back to this. But we are back on level terms. Brilliant strike. Can we go on and win it now? And here we are back again. Sorry about that. People love to ring me when I'm in the middle of recording. I swear to God, nobody ever rings me unless I'm in the middle of recording something. The joys of it. But anyways, we're back on level terms. That's the main thing. Good interception there by Waterman. And here's Antunes again, the goal scorer. Can he play in LEPAUL? Yes, he can. Oh, but LEPAUL can't get past the defender. 15 minutes left. I know there's no replays in France anyway. I know England was basically the last country to have replays. What the hell's going on there? The defence just froze. And thankfully, it doesn't test the goalkeeper. Bloody hell, we got away with one there. Toe Blake not going to be happy about that. That wasn't very usy. We've gotten away with a few chances today. We really have, especially in the second half. Antunes now again. Plays in LEPAUL. Oh, but he runs into a defender yet again. Come on. 8 minutes to go. Surely we can win it. We've brought on the firepower. With fresh legs. Oh, but LEPAUL, I tell you what, he's not done well since he's come on. He's lost the ball 3 fucking times now. Oh, Joubert, you absolute dumbass. Sami Zayn's going to have to come out. What a bloody save. Oh, he's tried to chip him. It's a brilliant save from the Canadian goalkeeper. Magnifique, if I do say so myself. That has kept us in the Coupe de France. Here's Antunes now. Can we properly capitalise on it? LEPAUL, please don't lose it this time. Oh my goodness me, he's put it wide. He's bloody put it wide. Well, they're taking off their goal scorer and captain. Oh, but we had a golden opportunity to go through to the next round. And we've somehow missed it. I think it's the first time I've ever had him on the bench, and I think that might just be getting to him. Referee's still playing on here. Well, okay, he added on 1 minute initially, ended up playing 2. But that's full time of normal time. It's 1-1. But we were inches and seconds away from sealing it in the last minute. That is super frustrating. Right, let's just get into it. Extra time. We need to carry this momentum into the next 30 minutes. Let's get off to the perfect start here. Antunes, our goal scorer. GSP, he's had plenty of chances today, and he finally takes one. It's a beauty from the captain. Well, we want him to get more involved in the goal scoring and with the assisting, and he's just scored an absolute beauty there with his left foot to give us the lead for the first time today. We should already be through. But listen, we need to move on from that now. It's an absolutely brilliant strike from the captain. Antunes with the assist after scoring the equaliser. And now we have the lead here. Can we hold on? GSP, he loved that one. Oh, you can tell he enjoyed that. His first cup goal of the season in our first cup game. Can we hold on to this now? Can we even add to it? Remains to be seen. But there's still a long way to go. Oh, and they're in again here. It's not Waterman. Waterman's our player. I was reading the wrong hood there. But thankfully they put it wide. I promise, lads, by next week I'll be feeling a lot better. I've had this horrible cold, like a head cold, the last few weeks. Man flu, I think some people would call it. But honestly, I can't string a sentence together properly half the time. It's really, really frustrating. But I didn't want to delay this series any longer. And I'm glad I haven't. Oh, especially if we can go through in the cup here, I'll be even happier. But again, LEPAUL gets dispossessed. Probably could have taken the shot a bit quicker with him there, to be fair. It's only a few minutes left here in this first half of extra time. That's really good defending. Really, really good defending there. Come on, let's get a third goal. And then it'll be all but sealed. Can LEPAUL get it? Just shoot, lad. Just shoot. Oh, he's hit the post. GSP can't put in the follow-up. Will they get a chance to go on one more attack? No, they won't. 2-1 here at half-time of extra time. Oh, but it was very nearly sealed yet again in the last minute. So unlucky. Another few changes here. Joubert comes off for Cornelius. Saliba comes on for Siddiqui. And you know what? Piet is going to come on for Waterman. Let's completely freshen things up here. Make sure that fatigue doesn't play a part here. But I tell you what. Je suis pas fatigué, I tell you that. Yes, that was from Duolingo, by the way. But anyways. Oh, good tackle there by Petit. That was fantastic. Come on, let's get this third goal. Let's completely clinch it. Here's Summers into LEPAUL. Oh, is he going to be onside? I think he is. Summers, he takes his time and he puts it in the back of the net. And that surely seals it now. Montreal will be going to the next round of the Coupe de France. The French-Canadian takeover bleeds into the cup. And Summers gets his second goal of the episode. Absolutely fantastic. Well, Troye will be very, very disappointed with this. Troyes, I'll learn how to say it afterwards. I think I've already played them in this episode as well. This recording has come a day after the last couple of games, just to peel back the curtain a bit there. So I'm already after forgetting some of the games we've played, but I do remember playing them. I think they were actually in the first game of the episode, so we've beaten them again. And Summers puts the ball in the back of the net again, and we are surely through now to the next round of the Coupe de France. Brilliant stuff. But you know what? Let's get a fourth goal. Let's really rub salt in the wound. Oh, brilliant interception there. LEPAUL. Oh my goodness me. I feel like he honestly is trying to set the world record for the most amount of times to lose a ball in a game of football. It's really, really frustrating. Good interception there. Zane now over to Kevin Owens. And here's Maurice Richard. I'm not even going to say anything this time, LEPAUL. I'm going to stay quiet and maybe that'll change things. Oh, well, no, it doesn't. I thought if I went silent there for a sec, I wouldn't jinx him. But he ended up losing it anyway. But only one added minute. Listen, it's game over. Let's just stop them from scoring a second goal. Owens unable to get that tackle in there, though. Piet does really well there. Zane can clear it. And we are through to the next round of the Coupe de France. A very, very intense game, but a very rewarding win as well. 3-1 here, and we advance on through to the next round. Few months of being in financial turmoil and not being able to sign any youth academy players. A few of the players we sold after the transfer window, which to be honest lads was just mostly youth academy players who weren't good enough. We've now gotten the funds from those sales and we've been able to send out yet another youth scout, and we've sent him to Madagascar in honour of the great animated film back in the day. But of course we are only scouting in countries where French is one of the official languages. Madagascar is one of those places. Obviously France and Canada we're still scouting in as well. We'll be scouting there for the whole season, but I wanted to scout in some of the most unique places possible, and Madagascar just seemed to fit the bill perfectly in that regard. This cup opponent is going to be Paris FC, who we beat in the last episode. I still think they will be in and around the playoff places and promotion places as well, so I do still consider them one of our main competitors, but that will be the second full game we'll play today. We'll be in the cup against Paris FC. Then we do have this league game against 11th place Amiens, so we have got a full strength team. I'm going to give it a quick sim and pray to the Lord above we don't get any injuries or suspensions and we can get the 3 points, which we do. Maurice Rocket Richard with the 2 goals, no injuries or suspensions either. You love to see it. For this cup game against Paris, I am still going to rotate a little bit, not as much because I do want to take the cup pretty seriously, but somebody I am going to be giving a debut to today is this young French attacking midfielder Legrand. We've just promoted him from the youth academy, 66 rated at 17 years old. He has up to 92 potential, so I really want to see what he's all about, and I think this is the perfect game to do so. Carpenter we have put in the team as well. The back three is the strongest apart from Joubert, who comes in for Cornelius, who was a bit bit tired. Saliba was a little bit tired there as well. Antunes on the bench. I am going to keep LEPAUL in the team this time, and everything else is pretty full strength as well. So let's get into this game against Paris and hopefully advance on through to the round of 16 of the Coupe de France. Full game of the episode and yet another cup game. I did want to have quite a big focus on this cup game as well. If any of you did go back and watch the Eternal United series from FIFA 22, or if any of you watched it at the time, we were in the championship in that career mode, the Create a Club career mode. We won the championship and also won the FA Cup. Can history repeat itself here in France by winning the second division of French football and winning the French Cup? Listen, still a long way to go, but I want to give it a mighty effort. Maurice Richard there with 2 goals in his previous game. His goal scoring is starting to improve. George St. Pierre obviously scored in the last cup game as well, so good to see the 2 players that I was a little bit concerned about, stats-wise, getting more in on the action. But we beat Paris in the league in the last episode, and now we look to beat them here in the cup. And I'm not going to lie, lads, the next episode, it might be another full game against Paris. We're playing them on my real-life birthday of the 28th of February in this career mode, as they are the ones who go on the attack straight away. Oh my goodness me, Sami Zayn. Oh my goodness me, what the hell happened there? Toe Blake not looking very happy with that, and I don't blame him with his little blinky tie right there. I'm sorry, that just looks so weird. I don't know why. It's a red tie that I picked, and for some reason it just keeps going between red and black. Listen, I know I'm from Cloyne, but still, that's a reference that just went over everybody's head anyways. The Cloyne colours are red and black. But here's George St. Pierre over to Siddiqui. I do feel like the team is starting to link together quite well though. Legrand now, our new attacking midfielder. We're giving him his debut today. Now Summers, who's had a really good episode. GSP, not the greatest strike in the world. Richard will whip it back in though. And GSP did win the header, but it will go up for a corner. Lively start here from both teams. We nearly conceded a calamity of a goal at the other end, but thankfully it came to nothing. Oh, the ball would have been there to strike that. Here's Kevin Owens. Now Piet. Legrand again. And now Jaubert. They're pushing us back a little bit here, Paris, who are still in 4th place in the league. As of course we are top. Here's George St. Pierre. Why did you go with your left? Should have gone with your right foot, lad. Looking to keep up his goal scoring form in the cup. But it's Paris now who go on the attack. Out on this left hand side. Starting to kind of come to my bearings now with the defensive side of things with this new formation that I'm using. And when I say new formation, I mean literally new to me. I've never really been one for using 3 at the back, 5 in midfield. It's not really ever been for me, but I'm actually somewhat enjoying it in this career mode. It's been a little bit of a process to get used to it, but I'm starting to kind of come to grips with it now. Definitely from the attacking point of view. Defensively, still a work in progress. But anyways, that's a really good ball there into LEPAUL from GSP. LEPAUL couldn't finish his bloody dinner in the first cup game, but he opens up the scoring here yet again against Paris. He is on absolute fire in this team. I can just tell, lads, he's going to be a superstar. He already is a superstar here for us, but I think he is going to go from strength to strength. He has been absolutely fantastic. Our number 19 with yet another goal. His first in the cup. Is he going to be the next legend here on the channel? We had Dylan Turl as the striker in Turl United. JJ in Cloyne United. It was Will Holmes with Oxford. I mean, Celtic, we had a few. We had Adamida, Furuhashi, Gyökeres, Evan Ferguson. United, obviously, was Rasmus. And now it looks like it's Esteban LEPAUL's turn. Beautiful goal from the French striker. And we lead the team from the French capital by 1-0. And if we do go through in this game, let me hold that thought for a second, because Paris look like they're about to get a quick response. I am so goddamn sick of conceding those stupid fish and chipped goals. Honestly, it's the one thing about this formation that I really don't like. I'm conceding so many of these goals. I mean, Sami Zayn, in fairness to him, has actually saved quite a few of these efforts. But it's the same thing over and over again. I'm always in two minds. Do I bring the keeper out? Maybe I brought him out a bit too soon, to be fair. But it's the only kind of thing that's frustrating me so far. Another goal where the keeper has been chipped and we led for only 3 minutes. Oh, that's really frustrating. But I'm still going to finish my sentence from earlier. If we do go through in this game, I would love to get PSG. I would. Now listen, it may not go very well for us, but they of course are the team we want to overtake here in the French League. And I'd love to get a bit of a sneak peek at what it's going to be like to play them in this series. Here's Legrand. Go on your debut. Probably not the smartest effort. I have sold quite a good few players as well, lads. I will show you those deals after this game. There was just so many of them coming through. Some of the Youth Academy players you'll probably be looking at that we got rid of, and you might think, why did you get rid of them? They just didn't have very high potential. A lot of their potentials were in the high 60s to low 70s, but they had good value. So I thought, let's just promote them, sell them while we're in the January transfer window, bring up those funds. I think we have about 10 million in the bank now. Oh my god! Oh my goodness me, how did they not take the lead? They hit the bar, they get the follow-up, and somehow it was put wide. Bloody hell, my heart was racing there for a second. Well, they've grown back into this game, Paris. Not playing anywhere near as bad as they did against us in the league. That was a bit of a risky pass there from Owens. Very slow at passing this ball out. Bloody hell, what are we doing? Here's Siddiqui now. Into GSP. Go on, George. Go on. You're in a rush, lad. Go on. Oh, great ball. Legrand on his debut. Oh, for bloody God's sake. How the hell did he miss that? Oh. He saw the bright lights. He saw his name on the front page and on the back page. And it seemed to obstruct his vision. And he put the ball wide of the post. Oh, it would have been a great time as well to take the lead here, going into the half-time break. And I feel like Paris still have 1 or 2 chances left in them. Definitely one, anyway. Here's Cabal. Jaubert, can he stay level with him? Yes, he can. That's a really good interception. Goes back to the goalkeeper, and that probably will be half-time. Yes, it is. 1-1 here. We are a little bit lucky to not be behind, but in another way, we're kind of unlucky not to be in front. 2 big chances missed there from both teams towards the end of the half. And it's level at 1 apiece between Montreal and Paris here in the Coupe de France. Just at half-time. Didn't want to hit the panic button just yet. It's as you were. In terms of who's on the pitch and also in the scoreline. Can we get off to a quick start here in the second half? Here's Legrand. To be fair, I've actually liked the feel of any time he's been on the ball. Missed a golden opportunity right at the end of the half there. But still, he's a young player. He's learning. We're not going to hold it against him. Is LEPAUL onside? I think he is. Yes, he is. Oh my goodness me. There's no way he just missed that. There is no bloody way LEPAUL just missed that. How the hell did he not score? That's 2 golden opportunities now that we've missed. Oh, anyways, listen, we can't let it keep us down. But I don't want to live to rue these mistakes. Our cup objective is to get to the last 16. I did double check that before this game, and if we win this game, we are in the last 16 of the cup. Good header there by Piet to intercept. But I want to go as far as possible. Can we win the cup? Probably not. But financially, it will benefit us the further we go in this competition. Here's Legrand again. Go on, keep going, lad. On your own. On your own. Into LEPAUL. Lovely stuff. Surely he's not going to miss this. Yeah, you can't keep a great footballer down. Another brilliant goal there by Esteban LEPAUL. His second goal of the game. We take the lead yet again. Toe Blake trying to calm things down there on the touchline. And Esteban LEPAUL, after scoring a hat-trick in this episode, is now on the verge of scoring yet another one. He gets his second goal here against Paris. And we are 2-1 up with half an hour to go here in the cup. Beautiful strike. Keeper didn't even make an attempt to go for it. Can we hold on to this lead now? And can we add to it? Can he bring home yet another match ball here, LEPAUL? You know one thing as well I was thinking about. Let me actually just defend here first. Because, oh my god, why is it every time I try to make a fun point this happens? Fuck off. Just fuck off. Just fuck off, Paris. You're the Man City of this country. You're the team that nobody really wants to talk about. You're the noisy neighbours, is the way to put it. Oh, God, I'm not even making any sense here. I was just about to talk about something quite fun there, and then they had to go right up the other end. It's another fucking basketball game here. Oh, 2-2. We're not having as many of these games as we used to. But they still creep in from time to time. I'm not going to finish that point just yet. I'll come back to it later on. Hat-trick. Oh, unlucky from LEPAUL. Okay, what I actually was going to say was, if there was one rule I could bring over from ice hockey into football, it's that if there was a few players on the pitch, or two players, we'll say, from opposing teams, having a bit of a disagreement, shall we say, just let them have it out for a bit. Just let them have it out. I know they don't have the protective gear that they'd have in ice hockey, but just give them a pair of boxing gloves and let them just have it out for a few minutes. Nobody else can get involved, just the two players arguing. Why not? It'd be a bit of fun. Definitely going to have to get the NHL game at some stage and start streaming it on this channel. It would be a lot of fun. And if you think I'm bad at this game, in a sport that I follow religiously, wait until you see me play a game of a sport that I have a bit of a passing interest in. Night and day, let me tell you that much. But anyways, here's GSP. And now LEPAUL, nobody wanting to go on the run. GSP, the captain, surely. Oh, for a second I thought the keeper had saved it, but he spilt it into his own net. But you know George St. Pierre is claiming that. I'm very impressed with his performance. Very impressed with his performance. If you get that reference, then you are an OG of the UFC, just like George St. Pierre. Well, I mean, at a certain stage of the UFC's existence, shall we say. But he's a footballer in this save, and quite a good one at that. And the keeper very nearly made a save there, but it was too hot to handle, and it ended up in the back of the net. And you know what? I'm going to use this opportunity now to make some changes. I'm going to bring on Cornelius. I know he's a wee bit tired, but we will bring him on. Legrand, you've had a really good game. Antunes is going to come on. I'm going to keep him on the right-hand side. Going to try it like this for a bit. Normally I play them on opposite sides. And I think that's the only changes I'm going to make. For now, anyways. I think about 15 minutes to go in this game. I actually hadn't looked at the clock. Pretty sure it was about 15 minutes to go. Yes, it is. Let's try and stop them from scoring straight after we score. We've already had extra time once in this episode. I don't need it again. I really could do without it. That has to be offside. No. Cornelius was playing him on, but it's a good tackle from Piet. I was ready to sell Piet. I really was. Thought it was going to take him too long to convert to a centre midfielder. But then I tried him at centre back, and he's been absolutely fantastic in that position. And he brings a bit of experience to the team as well. 29 years old. It's always good to have those types of players in the team. Oh, LEPAUL. It's just so hard to score headers in this game. That's actually one of the best attempts at a header I've had in the whole of FC25. They've never actually updated that. I did get a notification, I think during the last game, to say that FC25 is due an update. Hopefully they've fixed heading in it. I'm going to update it after this game. And hopefully we will see a difference. We've got 6 minutes to hold on here to advance on through to the cup. Here's Gory now for Paris FC. Crasso. Good block by Piet. Absolutely fantastic from the centre-back. Sami Zayn, bloody hell, what are you doing? Clears it in the end. Thought he was going to let it go up for a corner there for a sec. Here's Summers. GSP. Nearly ran that out of play as well. Oh, he had a run there, Summers, but I didn't see him until it was too late. We're in stoppage time now. Only 2 minutes added on. Oh, I was going to say, just try and hold on to the ball. And then as soon as I went to say it, we give it away like a red hot chili pepper. Are they going to get one last chance here, Paris? They've gone back too far, ref, surely. They haven't. Oh, but it's a great clearance by Piet. And we do beat Paris here and advance on through to the last 16 of the Coupe de France. I keep going to say FA Cup, force a habit. But we are through to the last 16. We've reached our cup objective. Who will we be playing in the next round of the cup? Will it be one of the big boys from Ligue 1? Oh, it is one of the big boys in the French league that we will be playing in the last 16 of the Cup, Olympique Lyon. This is going to be a good one. My cousin used to play for them, so this is kind of a personal fixture for me. But now we will be playing against them here. Montreal looking to get to the quarterfinals of the Coupe de France. But a big, big challenge is ahead of us if we are to get there. Here are some of the deals we have done as well in January to move some players on, both permanently and on loan. Sacha Ricard, he looks like quite a decent player when you look at it from this perspective. 63 rated at 17 years old, worth $1 million. His potential was only in the low 70s. I know some people might argue, oh, you could have just loaned him out and let him develop that way. My argument to that would be, we have players around a similar age and rating who had much higher potential. I'd rather invest the time into them and grow their rating and cash in on these players here to raise some more funds for the club. We're not doing a United career mode anymore. We don't have unlimited funds in the bank, so I want to raise as much cash as possible, especially whilst in the second division. This guy here, Basel Dupuis, he has gone out on loan to Preston for 6 months, so best of luck to him out in the Championship. Andrew Phillips, decent looking player. We don't play with a right back or a left back. That was the problem with him. It was going to take too long to convert him to a centre back, centre mid or winger. So I said, you know what? Let's just cash in on him. 880,000 in the bank. I'll happily accept that and wish him best of luck for the future. Cody Armstrong. I was in two minds about this one. His potential wasn't terrible. It was in the kind of low 80s. We were at a desperate stage at this point when I sold him, though, where we needed the money to invest in the youth academy. So I got a decent offer from Peterborough. I ended up accepting it. They probably lowballed me a bit now that his value has gone up to 900,000, but still 760,000 at the time was too much for me to turn down. I was really excited when I saw this guy pop up in the academy initially, Jeremy Chartier. 1.6 million, 17 years old, 67 rated. He only had a potential of 71. Don't know how that makes any sense. And again, this was at a time where I needed to raise some funds. So when Levante came calling, I did end up accepting it. But I have put him in the shortlist so that if he does exceed that potential and dynamic player potential kicks in, we can bring him back to the club. So hopefully he might actually exceed that and we might meet again one day. Abraham, as you can see here, not from a French-speaking country. He was on the transfer list anyways. He has gone to Hearts for 1.7 million. So best of luck to him in Scotland. Jalen Neal. Lads, you've no idea how much I wish this guy was Canadian. Why couldn't you be Canadian? Of course, we have the transfer stipulation and the club stipulation that we can only sign players from French-speaking countries, and we cannot complete the challenge, which is becoming the first non-European team to win the Champions League, until we have a squad with players only from countries where French is one of the official languages. Jalen Neal, unfortunately, is not from one of those countries. He is from the United States of America. I half thought about keeping on to him for a while and developing him and selling him on for quite a big transfer fee down the line. But then we got this offer from Dortmund. I felt like I couldn't turn it down. Dortmund, of course, love signing young players, and they do have quite a good relationship with American players as well. So I decided to cash in on him. Best of luck to him. Just a shame you couldn't be from just a little bit further north in your continent. But anyways, whatever. Brandon Craig, he has left us as well. He has gone back to the United States to play for Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia will always have a special place in my heart. I was there last year for WrestleMania. I'm going to be in America again this year, in Vegas for WrestleMania. Vlog on the channel when I come back from that trip. Mark your calendars for that if you're looking forward to it. Alessandro Biello, a Canadian player who just didn't really look like he had much of a decent upside. We got 240,000 for him. His contract is already expiring at his new club, so if that doesn't say it all, I don't know what will. Neil Savage, he is another young centre-back, left-footed, 62 rated, but has potential in the high 80s. We've loaned him out as well, I think on a 2-season loan, so hopefully he will come back as an absolute beast. Conan as well, or Conan, however you say it, he has been loaned out to fellow League 2 side Pau, so best of luck to him there. Gavin Thompson, a young player who kind of had the same issue as one of the players we had earlier on that we sold. Just would have taken him too long to convert to a centre-back or to any other position that we play in the formation. 440,000 to send him to Bolton, so I think that's quite a decent move for him. And then I think the further we go down, a lot of these transfers happened in the summer. I did accept some of these outside of the outside of the summer transfer window, and then they ended up happening in January. This guy here, Alan Koo, again, didn't really have a lot of great potential. Accrington Stanley picked him up for 300,000. Luke Collins, I was in two minds with this guy. He had okay potential. It was in the kind of low 80s. I half wanted to keep on to him, but at this time we were desperate for money, and Wimbledon gave me an offer that I couldn't really refuse at the time. But to be honest, with some of the offers we've had since, I probably should have kept on to him. So you know what, we'll put him in the shortlist again, and if he does start to grow, we might just bring him back. So yeah, that might have been a mistake. Vilsaint as well, or Vilsant, he has gone as well for 590,000. Looks like an okay player, but in the long run, I just knew he wasn't really going to have much of a say in this team. And then this guy here, Veroni, I could have swore I used him in a swap deal. Could have bloody swore it, but apparently I hadn't. But anyways, he's gone to Swansea for £2 million. And then I think the last deal we did... Actually, no, it was that one. That was the last deal we did that went through in January. So yeah, I know it took forever to get through that, but that is the transfer business we have done in the last few months. Of course, they couldn't go through until January because that is when the transfer window opens. Let's have a quick look, though, at the individual stats. 20 and 12 in 19 games for Esteban LePaul. He is absolutely killing it at the moment. He is on absolute fire. Maurice Richard with 7 and 4. He's really starting to up the ante when it comes to his stats. Antoon's in great form with 6 and 8. Sadiki with 5 and 5. GSP with 5 and 3, so he's starting to come good. Saliba with 2 and 6. Summers with 2 and 1. He did have a good episode, so long may that last into the next few episodes. And then a couple of players have chipped in here and there, including our goalkeeper, Sami Zayn. He's not our main penalty taker, but it's good to know that if we do need a backup penalty taker, our goalkeeper isn't just good at saving them, he can also score them. Wrap things up now. This is how the league table is looking after 17 games. We're 7 points clear, 13 wins out of 17, 1 draw, 3 defeats, 44 scored and 18 conceded. I would have happily taken this position at the start of the career mode as we reach the halfway point of the series here, or of the season I should say, and yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the position that we are in. So lads, that will do it for this episode. I really hope this is the last episode where I'm not feeling the best. As I said, I have been under the weather, so I apologise if I've sounded a little bit out of it. I know I've said that a few times, but I just want to keep repeating that this is not normal for me to sound like this. I'm normally a lot more energetic. Just been feeling a little bit miserable the last few days, but I am on the mend. But as I say, if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Hope you all have a good weekend, and I will see you on Monday for the next episode of the Montreal Career Mode. Au revoir. Take care.